It's Wednesday. The weather in Manchester is delightful. This is 𝗕𝗕𝗓. Whoa, Behind the Build, episode 33. Welcome back to another episode, another midweek episode of 𝗕𝗕𝗓 Behind the Build. Hope you had a nice weekend and a nice start to the week. This is the first dry day, it feels like, in Manchester for ages, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to bring you to our yard and let you know where we're up to, which is quite interesting actually, because I've been looking at the figures on our accounts package, and what I've noticed is we've been putting a charge code against any sales, what we call yard sales. So that'd be grabs, aggregate, anything that basically we can relate back to anything that happens in this yard. And it's turned out we've done $500,000 in revenue in 12 months related to this yard. Now that might be a little bit of a misleading figure because we also run some of our groundwork stuff through here as well, but yeah, $500,000 in 12 months. That's amazing. I'm so happy with that, considering we've only really got the 2 grabs. The aggregate sale only got going in the last few months. I just feel like we've not even touched the surface yet as well, so it's getting me excited that I didn't realise it felt like all we're doing with this yard is spending, which actually is the case. But everyone I've spoken to that are into muckaways, grabs, aggregate supply will say you have to spend until you start making some money. So let's go and have a look round and see where we're up to. So actually, this is a perfect example. Just got to the yard and the tracks have come off on our 𝗕𝗓𝗓. Now, if you've watched one of our early videos about how we spent £1 million on setting everything up in this yard, then you'll know that we bought quite an old 𝗕𝗓𝗓 13-tonner. It's been great, and it's only a yard machine, it doesn't come out of the yard, but the tracks do keep coming off and we need to try and sort that out. So at the moment, the dig is trying to work that back on. Dale is down in Nottingham actually, helping out D&J, so he's a couple of hours away, so he's got to come back in a bit and try and help us sort this out. But yeah, this is yard life, I suppose, isn't it? Machines break, especially older machines, but it's all part of the fun. So again, we're still sort of playing at it at the moment on the recycling side of things. The aggregate sales and the grabs themselves are what's actually bringing in the revenue, but long term, my aim has always been to try and set up the recycling side of the business. So yeah, we've invested in this trommel from Spitfire Engineering. Again, I've spoken about this on the channel before. Click here to watch that video. But yeah, at the moment, we're learning, we're sort of almost practicing. It is quite an expensive luxury, but we're deploying some of our profits into this yard to have a bit of a soft start, so when it eventually does sort of take off and we've got all the permits in place, everything we need, we can hit it running. So yeah, we're just sort of, it's almost like research and development. We're just trying to get things in place. We spent a lot of money to do it, and to be honest with you, it's probably a little bit of a hobby of mine, buying stuff that we don't probably need, but I like buying the stuff before you need it. I think I've told you this on a previous episode, but we've constructed this little platform here over the Jenny, and that way as well we can look down into the hopper without having to climb up on ladders and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know what we're going to do long term. This yard, we've got a lease on it, but it's actually really only month to month, which it's fine because we know the owners and they're being really good with us and stuff like that, and we're talking about doing a long-term lease. But the problem is, I want a place where we can put all our business activities, so somewhere where we can have our HQ, like we've got somewhere else about 5 miles down the road at the moment, somewhere where we can have our yard activities, and then we've got another unit off-site tucked away where we store all our surplus stock. And it's all a bit fragmented for me at the moment, but I've been looking and looking and looking to either buy or get a long-term lease on a site, and it's so hard to find somewhere in this location that will tick all the boxes for us. But yeah, to be honest, I obsess about it, and I've not been able to find anything. So yeah, this might be our permanent home if we can get the right deal. Really, I want to buy somewhere. That's always been mine and Alex's strategy, is to buy something, because you're just paying down someone else's debt, where I'd rather pay down our own debt and have the asset at the end, but I'm just not out there. So you might have seen in Sunday's episode, I've bought this brand spanker here, a conveyor, which actually, I think it was made in the Victorian times, but Dale is pretty confident with a little bit of minimal investment and a little bit of TLC we can get this back to life. Really, all it's got to do is move materials to the end. So hopefully, it's quite a simple design really. So we're going to get that. That's me buying things that, again, we're not ready for, we don't need, but I know that one day we'll need it. And I'm going to try and get a few more of these. Dave from D&J's got his up and running and working, and he tells me it's mega. Speaking of D&J, stood on his blocks as well. These are great blocks, to be honest. He needs to send me some more, because it just seems like in a yard you just can't have enough blocks. There's always something that needs to be retained. But yeah, it's coming on. It's not where I want it to be, and I wish I had an unlimited pot of money where I could just spend so much money getting everything right. And obviously getting all like the permits in place and things like that is so hard and takes a long time, and consultancy fees and things like that. But we're getting there, and I just want to do it right. I don't want to cut corners. I want to set it up properly, so when we do go proper, we're ready to go. But yeah, it's fun. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun. So I'm just looking at these buckets. Baz, I know you watch. We might have to get you in to tidy these up. I've not actually used these yet, but looking at them, and from what I've learned from your channel, Baz, we're going to need some TLC on these soon. So that'll be on the list. But yeah, again, I'm actually buzzing with the amount we've actually managed to turn over. Trust me, that isn't profit. We are well not in profit in this yard yet with what we've spent. But actually to get £500,000 worth of revenue in basically 12 months, I'm so happy with them. We've not even started. We haven't really sort of got anything in place and got the volume going out that I know we can do. But it's good, and there's definitely a lot more we can do. I want that whole retail side of the business where you can wake up in the morning and someone's ordered something online. That, to me, alongside the other bits of the business, the property, the construction, the bespoke joinery piece we've preferred, that's the future. It is that vertical strategy, that multiple prong attack where you're not relying on any one part of your business to provide you with the income. But yeah, £500,000 in 12 months. Pretty good, that. So that's it for a little mini update in our yard. I know the regular viewers will probably think that not much has happened, but honestly, a lot's happened behind the scenes, getting this yard to a point where we can really go at it. But yeah, I need to get this lease long-term home situation sorted. I don't like standing still, but I'm gonna head back to the office because I've got a lot to do, but obviously the work in the yard must continue. So I'm back at HQ now. I'm just looking at our tracker here. This is why I love these screens. It's we've got real-time information, as I said before. We can sort of move about as well and put certain different information on there. For those of you that have just subscribed or have not watched our earlier stuff, you'll see that this screen here is daily logs logged by all our guys in the field. So they've got the app on their phone and they'll update it, and we get real-time information from the project managers and the guys on site. What it also acts as like a data log, so you can go right back through all the projects and get any key paperwork, any key pictures. It helps if like building control have got a query or something like that. So I just love these screens, and really I could do a bigger wall and more screens because there's more metrics that we can put on. Like this here, this is our vehicle tracking and asset tracker. So we've got all our vans and trucks tracked, also some of our the crushers, the diggers, and all key things like that, and I know where they are at any one time. So you'll notice at the moment we've got stuff happening up in the northeast, we've got stuff happening in Liverpool obviously, and then sort of deep into Cheshire, which isn't really our core area, but you'll also notice we've got a couple of teams in Nottingham at the moment, and that's because we're helping D&J out with a little project which they may or may not cover on their channel, but Dave and I have found ways to work together almost week in, week out now. But this is actually a really interesting one because we're actually sending down some of our skilled guys to help them with a job. So yeah, it's great. It's the power of YouTube, and it's the power of other businesses helping each other out. But yeah, this wall, it's such a good asset. And eventually, like I've said, the key aim is to have every single metric on screen here. Know where every guy is, know the progress on every job, and all the financial metrics. And yeah, probably I'll do it now, but I just haven't got enough screens and enough wall space. Another thing I'm thinking about doing is on the bigger jobs, is having locked off cameras there on 5G routers, so that I can actually have the sites filmed for security, make sure health and safety, progress, etc., etc. But we can actually see the sites. So yeah, I'm actually trialing that at one of our jobs, and if it works, I'm going to try and roll it out to other jobs. But yeah, it's just another situation where information is everything, and particularly because we tried to build multiple sites, and we've got multiple men and teams out there, I can see what's happening all the time. And I'm a bit of a nerd. So over on Project Moss, which is one of our extension projects you've seen, we're nearly at the end now, thank the construction lord. The doors have gone in, but they went in so fast, Hollywood couldn't quite get there in time. But we're just at a point now where we're putting the utility room in, and Captain Lock is giving it the final once over. Let's have a look. So I'm just catching up with 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗃 about, we had a team night out on, was it Saturday?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, I checked out quite early. I'm quite well known for ghosting out the back door, and I just got to a point where I was like, we've been on it since about, what, 2 o'clock?
Earlier than that for me and KTM.
Was
we
it?
met in town at 12:30.
Yeah, so we came after you, didn't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was not in a good place, and I basically, if I have a drink, I just get sleepy. And but what I will say, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying, but you know what? You're not all talk, you, in that you were getting in some ears, weren't you?
I try my best.
Honestly, for someone that doesn't say that much day to day, you literally, you were like a Jack in the Box, like everywhere. I was just like, do you remember the Tasmanian Devil?
Yeah.
Everywhere I was looking, it was just like, yeah. You must get a lot of earwax in that beard.
Oh mate, it's bad news. I was just being a nuisance, wasn't I?
Did you do any good recruitment then?
No.
You got some digits, didn't you?
Yeah.
Have you touched base?
Oh heavens, no. No.
Oh really?
No.
One of them looked alright, I think.
Yeah.
But he is actually good. And I think, where did you go after I backdoored it?
So we were at Deansgate with you, weren't we? And then we walked from Deansgate. I actually don't remember the walk from there to Chinatown to a karaoke bar.
Yeah. Did you get on the karaoke?
No, KTM put his name down.
He loves the karaoke, but he clears a room. He does like some like deep, grimy stuff. Like, he loves a bit of grime, doesn't he? That is not a karaoke classic, is it?
He put his name down, but I think we all swerved it.
There's a rumour that Danny, the man that shall never be on camera because he's too good looking, didn't he dash it down some stairs?
It's
got me some very evil looks now.
The only thing I can say is I was stood outside, walked around the corner and just saw a pair of legs in the air. I cannot confirm whose legs they were at the bottom of a set of stairs, but
I heard it was Danny. I'd love to show Danny's face now. So it sounds like a good night then. Yeah, it was good actually getting us all together, wasn't it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we should do it more often.
Looking forward to the next one. Yours now.
Oh yeah, so we should be able to get out a few times, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. When is it, the first game? It's this Sunday, isn't it?
Sunday.
Oh, I'm camping this weekend. It's going to rain on. Shocker.
Yeah.
Camping with my little son. Anyway, TB, my man.
Yeah, man.
So I've just been past this letter of doom. I've actually got clipboard called Doomsday Clipboard, which is basically all the things that I need to address. But every day, just when you think you made a bit of progress, something comes up. You might remember a few episodes ago, I told you about we were digging some drains on a project and we clipped a cable and it basically cut the power to the site. Now this is actually a cable that is redundant soon anyway because they're putting new supplies in. We scanned it, everything, nothing came up, and then somehow it was quite shallow, so I don't know why it didn't come up, but anyway, it didn't come up, and we clipped it. They came out, sorted it, took them the best part of an hour. Anyway, this is a few weeks ago. We've just been sent a bill for £746.18, which is majorly annoying because, God, I think the job was only worth about 1,500 quid, that part of the job anyway. So yeah, that just happens, I suppose. It's one of them things. I don't really get too stressed out about it. They said we can appeal, but I don't see there's much point because it's our fault, you know. Even though we scanned it and, you know, it was in a really awkward pace. It was quite shallow as well. So yeah, it's annoying. Just all part and parcel of running this type of company. There's a lot of risk in the ground. I say that to people all the time. A lot of the risk in any build is in the ground because it's unknown. The drains are all over the show. You get drawings and the service is never quite where it says they are on the drawings. But, you know, we scan it and we'll try and take all the precautions necessary. And we had someone with him that he was digging really carefully. This is one of my experienced guys and he still managed to clip it. So it's one of them things, innit? Over in Liverpool, Alex is going to bring you an update on Project Albert.
So welcome back to Liverpool, and we are on Project Albert. As you can see, scaffolds down, looking good. Finishing off outside now, a few little bits to finish off inside, which we'll go and have a look in a minute. But you can see the job's coming to the end now. There's a little patch on the wall there where used to be like an old alarm box type thing, and I don't know why the brick's missing. It's doing me head in. We'll try and work our way out how to colour it in so it looks the same as the house. Was a way to handle looking at that all the time. But yeah, looking good. All getting painted down, ready for the tiles to go outside. And it's getting cleaned off and finished off. Let's go and have a look. So there's just a few little bits on the painting side that we seen yesterday, me and Christian, just for the painters to just snag off really. So only little minor, small points really. But when we clean down, it's a bit difficult sometimes when the painters are painting on jobs because there's so much stuff. There's even quite a lot of stuff in here now. It's hard to see everything, if that makes sense. But when you start cleaning down and the cleaner the house gets, the more it comes to light. You think, oh, look at that, look at this, and it comes to your eye a lot more. So, as I say, once we cleaned down the house and we did see a few things which they've sorted. What are we putting on now? Strips?
The strips, the smoke strips, we started to put it on.
Oh, so we need to get the closers then, don't we?
Yes. So
you can pick them up, can't you, if you know where to get them from?
Yes.
Yeah. So we use these little fancy, so obviously on a HMO you need fire doors with a closer, which is closing the door right the way around, and you can get all different looking ones and most of them look the same really, and we found a supplier that makes a nice looking one, and for a very very good price we pay 40 quid or 50 quid for each one, and you can get them cheaper for like 15, but these ones really are good. And to get a similar one online you're paying over 100 quid for it, and they look decent, makes the door look better, and they shut so much better, they're easy to adjust. And they are so much better, aren't they?
Yeah, more adjustment on it.
Yeah, there's extra settings on so you can get it perfect. Because for anyone who's used a fire door, especially in a HMO, most of them just start slamming, because when the oil drips out of them or you have issues, you just hear bang, bang, and you have the neighbours complaining then to our office saying you can hear the door shutting. So you have to clear down, so it's all the back, it's done now, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty done the back.
It's been raining all week.
Yeah. It's be okay later afternoon today. Later afternoon we're gonna start.
So on this, what are we doing here? We're gonna top coat this then?
Top coat it.
So you just base coat it for now?
This is a mesh coat first, so we need one more coat on it. Which
one
is
more base
coat.
Oh, we have to get it flat?
Yeah, get it more flat.
Yeah, there's a little bit
same render, go back.
And then so what are you going to finish into our concrete? Just go in tight?
Yes.
Yeah. And then obviously you stop beats, you're going to paint that in then?
Yes. Same again, need to punch it off a bit and black paint all around it.
And then
scrape it off.
Acid?
That's it, scrape it off and paint it again.
Little caps to go on there?
End caps, yeah, get loosed, the end caps.
Vents to do?
I ordered it coming tomorrow from Amazon.
Yeah. And then gate? What are you going to do there in the corner then? You're going to stop beat that, are
you? Corner beat, mesh beat, yes, stab beats.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap around it.
So you're putting the caps on the top there as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got 11.
Sound.
Because that's 6 meter those which
What are
is
you going to do there? It bends down and have a little bit of a rise on one. Yeah.
put it and raise it.
Sound. Well done, Christian. So we're on this. We've done that many of these houses now. Christian just knows what to do. It's easy.
The only we may need now,
Makes my job so much easier.
only that we're looking for now, Alex, about 2 pullback shafts and to finish off the printing.
And then just do the pour then. You want to get a pour?
Oh yes, a little pour, but I guess in just do the ballast mix first. Because we got some cementless on the Adelaide, so I just want to use it in.
Oh, use it up.
Use it up in ballast.
And then get the pour then.
Because the spot mix they charge me now, same again, £300 anyway for
Minimum,
minimum 300.
So then we're nearly there though, aren't we, mate? Our table's now got legs on it. So Christian's ordered the epoxy resin now to go on top of it. Just protected it now. But you can see it's a concrete finish, solid concrete. And what are you going to do now then? You're going to prime it up?
Yeah, seal it first, make sure no sucking in anything.
Yeah, because it's very porous, it'll just be sucking in all the resin.
Yeah, it's expensive the resin, so we need to stop them. But I think before...
So what are you going to do for the colour then?
I'm not sure about the colour.
How do you put the colour on though? Powder?
Yes, powder it.
Yeah.
Yes, powder it. Powder it, rub it and wash it back.
And then epoxy?
Then epoxy finish, yes.
So once the epoxy goes on, if anyone knows what epoxy is, it goes rock hard, clear, and it's dead soft and smooth to touch, dead easy to clean down, but it gives a good finish. And as I say, we do this on all of our properties. We've been doing it for a couple of years now. It's just our little trademark feature that we do, because the table's so durable and it looks good as well. And you know, it does cost a little bit to do it, like, because it's like a piece of art, but they stay in the house forever and they last and they look good. So we keep doing them. So down on this wall here now, we're going to have our media system, which is for the speakers. The telly's going to go in the centre. We've got a little recessed light there going in. There's the cable for it, so it'll go along. We're getting a window seat made, which is going to be like a bay window seat, so it'll be formed in the shape of the bay, 45-degree angle, and come out. So it'll basically seat 2 people there, and then we'll have a 2-seater couch there. So it's a little bit tight in this one for space, whereas on the other ones that we do, which are on Project Adelaide, which you've seen, we have like a corner shaped couch, it's a little bit bigger, get 1 extra person, but in here it's a little bit different on the layout, as we've explained previously. And then on the colours, we've done the same colour skirts to the walls. We've done all the doors on the inside of the bedrooms and on the inside of the rooms like this, the same colour, but we've done the front of the bedrooms black. So we'll show you in the middle upstairs what it looks like. So you can see the black of the radiator now against that roof there.
Looks like the brackets
Missing.
bent, the brackets.
TC there, to get onto TC. So yeah, the black's coming through now, nice. Don't know how to do that black.
Black, you think? Maybe match it for the radiator
Yeah,
on the future one.
do it black. The door, obviously the door, all the bedroom doors are black on the outside, so when you come to the hallway, you'll have the black rads, the black doors with the door number on, and then when you come inside, rather than have the black again on the walls and on the bathrooms, we've done the doors and the back of the door the same colour as the walls. So it gives it a nicer feel. So we've done that same colour as the walls as well. Got a little bit different this time round. The furniture's all been ordered now, so just waiting for that to come, and we're more or less there now. Just blinds to go in, nice final clean down to get rid of all little bits and bobs. Because now all it is paints to finish off, blinds to be fitted, clean down, get the masterclad in to master off the bathrooms, master off all around the skirts to make a nice clean finish. Because when you do skirts, sometimes you just get floors that you have like certain gaps in them and it just doesn't look nice. But once it gets siliconed in, it just takes your eye off it and makes a better finish. And for the cost involved to get it done, it's just a lot better. And if you do have any leaks or the tenant spills any water or a drink, it won't run down the back either, because the silicone will help stop it. So prevents that as well as looking good. It also helps. Needs another coat of paint on the skirt and arcs in here. You'll just see it still coming through. So they've got to go round now with the back tomorrow. The painters just to finish off a few bits and touch up. There's a few more walls that got knocked coming up and down the hallway, so they just filled them and sanded them. So nearly there really. So all the renders done as well, you can see. Looks good now. Our normal colour that we normally use, can't remember the name, I think it's called Princess Grey or something. But silicone based render, which is what Christian likes to use, and we like to use it because it's waterproof as well. Protects the house from any elements, future-proofs it again for the future. But it's all done. He's put that fascia and gutter on up there as well now that I can see, which you seen the other week that he hadn't done. But it's all coming together now, nice. That's all been done. Base coated, ready to be top coated. And we're coming to the final stages of the job, which is nice to see. It's nice to be in this position as well. All the hard work that you've done over the past couple of weeks and months is coming to an end. But this is the key moment in any job to get right, because the last couple of percentage, when you come to the end, like in there now, we're probably 95% complete on the building side. We've just got furnishings and stuff to do, but that last couple of percent there makes a big difference. That's why when it comes in handy, getting the right masterman in and stuff like that, making all sure the finishes are done right, the snagging's done right on the painting, just so that all the hard work and all the money you've spent getting the building and the property to look the way it looks even a little bit more better and better finish, just for the last little touches. And that's why you need to be a bit more finicky now at the very end and make sure things do get done. And time's always against you and money's always against you on every single project, but you need to just take a step back and think, no, I need this doing right, because there's been times where I've rushed jobs at the end just to get tenants in or just to get things finished for customers and stuff, and like I've looked back and think, should have spent another day or another half a day there or another day there and spent another couple of £100, and it wouldn't make a massive difference. And it's differences that people don't get onto either. So you walk into a property that's got no problems and maybe one or two little snags, the normal person wouldn't get onto that. They just walk past things and think this is lovely in here. But if you've got a number of issues that are quite visible, it makes the whole property look that 10 times worse. But as I say, nearly there anyway, so looking good. Well, I'm just been walking around site now. I've just had the email through from 𝗕𝗓𝗓 from the job I showed you last week, the woodland job with the gas issue. So I've been waiting for them to send the price, and they've sent the price now, so I've got it. I'll show you it now. Not as bad as what I was getting told, but let me just zoom in so you can see it. Yeah, it's there. So total cost £3,745 with the VAT. So, I mean, that job is a 5% rated VAT because it's a conversion, so it's commercial. It's a resi conversion, so we can get away with just paying 5% VAT, so we're to claim 15% back of that. So a little bit of a saving there, and not as much as what I was getting told or some of the prices were going to be, but still, it's a big sum of money to have to lay out now at the back end of the job, especially when it's finished and we're ready for tenants. But as I say, I've got no choice, so I'm going to have to pay that today to try and get them out as soon as we can and push on with the job. So at least we've got the price anyway, and at least we know where we're going. But no, not good having to pay. So that's it for now on Project Albert. The lads are still finishing off outside. Christian's got a few little bits to go through, and we're going to do our little snag list as well that we always try and do at the end of each job, which is just, we'll probably do about 3 or 4 snag lists between us, just so we can really nail down and get it finished properly. But yeah, good little update there for you. A little bit of news on the gas situation, but for now I'm going to pass you back to Manchester and they're going to take it from there.
So that's it for a Wednesday edition of Every Trade Behind the Build. Hope you like this week's edition. Hopefully it's a little bit longer. What we've noticed is those 20-minute ones don't get as many views, and also because we put them on a bit later, they're also not getting the traction and the views that the Sunday episodes do. And arguably they're just as good, if not better, because they're in real time. But yeah, we're trying our best and we're learning. We don't know whether this Wednesday thing is going to be the way forward, but we're just going to keep telling the story and keep putting the content out. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what we've produced in this video, please just click the like button and even comment. Be nice. Honestly, those nice comments give me such a boost, and Hollywood and the guys, and even my kids read them as well, so be nice. If you're not subscribed, please can you think about subscribing too? It's free of charge, just click. And actually, very soon, I've got a competition which I think better than anyone has done in this space. I'm going to be giving away something really interesting to one of our subscribers. So if you're up for winning things free of charge, click the subscribe button. That's it. I'll see you on Sunday for another episode of Every Trade Behind the Build. Click here to watch last Sunday's episode. Click here and here to watch episodes you should have watched before, and click here to subscribe to our channel. Done. See you Sunday. Hello.